Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tool talk is going to be all about electrical lock nuts. So these are the nuts that you put on for metal boxes, whether you're doing MC cable, conduit, even some Romex connectors have these lock nuts to secure that cable to your box or that conduit. And what's bringing about this video is I just picked up the new offset lock nut wrench set from Klein tools. It's the 50900R 3-piece set, does 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch. That's these there. Not really a video by itself, so I decided I'm gonna go ahead and make a video and just share all the tools I currently use for this, and I'm also interested to know what tools you guys use whenever it comes to this. So let's go ahead and get into this. So the first and obvious tool is probably for every one of us is going to be just a flathead screwdriver. So you can take that flathead blade, get in there on either one of these ears in here, and you can hit it whichever direction, whether you're taking it off or putting it on. That's probably going to be most of our go-tos, and 9 times out of 10 you can get it with your hand. Every now and then you get into something that's on there pretty stout and you can't do that, but I wanted to make sure I mentioned this. But this isn't a tool that is specifically for electrical lock nuts. This is probably the one we all use the most, but it's not a tool for it. So let's go ahead and look at the tools I have that are actually made for it. And then I've also got another tool that I made myself just for some particular jobs, and it works out pretty good. But the first tool that you're probably going to buy, and many of you probably have, are a set of straight lock nut wrenches like these, Garner Bender, which is what these are. This is the LNW 500. Maybe you can see that there. This is the 1/2 inch, and then they have the LNW 750s 3/4. They have a 3-piece set on Amazon that is the 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch for like $10. And these work pretty well. These are something that I keep in my organizer for electrical whenever I'm working on it, and just in case, because sometimes they come in handy. But again, 9 times out of 10 you don't necessarily need these, but it's just nice to have. That's the 3/4. I'm working with 1/2 inch here, and how that is, you can see one side's got loosen. Maybe you can read that. Other side's got tighten. So these just slide in there, lock onto that lock nut, and then you can turn and tighten that, or you can flip to the other side, put that on there, get inside of there, and then loosen it. So again, these work extremely well if you've got access to just go in straight on something. No problem at all. But then sometimes this doesn't work that well because maybe you have a mud ring on, or maybe you're looking into that electrical panel and you're down there putting the conduit in the top or the bottom, and you got that lip on the panel. Sometimes you just can't get in there with these. So that's where these offset wrenches come into play. That's why I went ahead and bought these, even though, again, these wrenches are just something I use occasionally, not something I get out all the time. One feature about these before I show you is they do have little magnets on it. You can see there on the front and the back. So they are a little bit magnetic, not crazy magnetic. I wouldn't call it the strongest thing in the world. Now, if you get both of them on something, well, this box is a little bit too small to get both of them. It's a little bit stronger. Like if I put it at that angle there, it's kind of holding on. But if you've only got one, it doesn't feel real secure. So again, these will work in the same way as those. So my recommendation to you is I wouldn't spend my 10 bucks if I didn't already have these and buy those. Because you can buy this 3-piece set for $15, and they work the same as that one there does, in that I can put it on here and I can tighten and loosen whether I have access or not. Just because I can't go in straight, these still work the same way. So I can put it on there like that and put it on here like this. Works the same as those straight ones. But where this comes into play is, again, say I'm working on something that's got a mud ring already installed on it, I can still gain access. I'm just going to tighten this a little bit so that it doesn't slide around on me. I can get up inside of here and still get a hold of that lock nut. I don't know if I can get that in the picture or not, but I'm still on that. I can get in there and I can turn that nut even without being able to actually go straight in on it. Like right there, I'm offset a little bit, but I'm still on there, and I can still get in there and tighten it. It's still not crazy easy, but it's more doable with these than what it is with the straight ones, because it's not doable at all. Now the ones that are over on the far side, if you've got like a single gang mud ring on a 4-inch box, I can still get in there to it, but not crazy easy. If you beat around a lot, you can finally end up getting on it and get down in there. So it's not going to be 100% of the time that it works, but it's definitely better than those. And again, it's only $5 more. I'd probably go with these. And again, it will also work well on an electrical panel where you've got that lip of the panel that sticks over if you need to get around there. I think these would actually work better for that more than it's going to work in your boxes and things like that. Probably my favorite tool of the bunch whenever I'm working on specifically probably conduit more than anything is the Klein tools. Let me see if I can get the number in there, but it's the D333-8, and this is their Locknut pliers, and these are going to run you about $37. So they're not for everybody, and again, you might be happy and just tickled with using a screwdriver or using wrenches like these. But if you're going to do conduit specifically and you're not at the stage where you're needing a pair of strippers and things like that, and maybe you're going to come back and pull that wire, these are again made specifically for lock nuts. You can see if I open that, I can close in on that lock nut. The ears are spaced out and they catch on those tabs there. So you've got a pair of lock nut pliers, but then you also basically got a pair of needle nose where the fine tip is cut off, but there's also teeth on that. So if you need to grab something and pull, and then also you have another thing here if you want to run through conduit that has teeth, and you can take and turn conduit, do all sorts of things with it. Again, what I use these for is if I'm doing conduit, not running wire, I can put these in my tool pouch, my MP1. That's why I like these over like these wrenches, because these don't fit in tool pouches that well. They're just something that falls down inside of a pocket. They're hard to grab in and out. This is just like carrying a pair of strippers around. And then you can also, see if I can get a good angle where you can see that. You can take these, go in there, grab on both sides of those ears, loosen and tighten however you want to. They do spread out a little bit more, but you don't have to go in and grab that wide. You can come out here and grab on these last little couple and spread out there and get a hold of it. So again, these work extremely well. Again, if you're doing conduit or things like that, you might want to look into these. They're a little pricey to be for everybody. It just depends on if you do that specific job very often. These might very well be, you know, worth your while. And the last of my tools is a homemade one. It's a 7/8 Husky socket that I basically took my bandsaw and cut through it, and then I left myself 2 little teeth. I went back in and ground some more out, and again, it's not a perfectly straight cut, and the teeth aren't perfect or anything like that. I didn't spend a huge amount of time on this. I think I spent like 15 minutes one day because I was doing a huge job of conduit, and I was just looking for a faster way. I thought I'm gonna spend 15 minutes making this, see if it does it or not. And as you can see, if I take this lock nut and put it on there, I've got 2 teeth that line up to catch those. Whether I'm going forward and reverse, it will end up catching those. So you don't have to have teeth for every single one of these. As long as you've just got 2, that's all you need. And then I left enough depth on the socket to where whenever I have a connector like this one, the rest of these threads will fit inside of there, and then now I can catch a hold of that lock nut and spin it on and off just like that. So again, I can put it on a 3/8 socket like this, and if I had to, you know, I could put an extension on or something like that, although I don't think you're going to have room in a box very much, but you could do that on a panel or something like that. And if I take it and put it inside of this box here now, I can just sit there and continue tightening that lock nut, and it will ratchet back and forth, or I can swap over to loosen and I can break one free. Usually once you break it free, with this ratchet in particular anyways, I don't have enough teeth on it that it's not going to spin, but by then I can just stick my fingers in there. So I basically hand tighten it and then hand loosen it after I break it free, or I finish tightening it with this. I guess the next step would be, because you can't use this on, you know, an MC cable that has wire coming out of it. So again, I use this specifically for conduit, but maybe if you bought you a pass-through ratchet wrench to where you could actually run the wire down through your socket and out the wrench, then you could do it for MC cable or something like that. But again, this is just something that is made. Maybe you guys have made tools for yourself for specific jobs to kind of, so to me it's kind of like a jig. I make a lot of jigs in woodworking to help me with stuff. I had a specific job. I spent 10 to 15 minutes making this just to see if it would speed me up some, and it did. It helped me some. I wouldn't say it's drastically better than, you know, using a pair of pliers, but it was a lot easier. So I just went ahead and made me that. But that's a 7/8 socket. Again, you just have to leave yourself enough room to do that. Maybe someone will take this idea and make $1 million with it. You can make yourself a better one. I think Klein actually has something kind of like it, and it actually is a pass-through, but I don't have that. I don't do it enough that it would make it worthwhile for me to probably buy that. But these are the tools that I use. Again, these are those new Klein offset wrenches. I think if you don't have a set of these wrenches, I would go with these because they're going to work in more places, and it's a lock nut wrench. Whether you need them, whether you don't, that's only up to you. But you guys let me know in the comments below what you use. Let me know if this was useful in some way, but I hope it was. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next video.